Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. The internal tussles we're having between the followers of DOS or DOE, I think it's DOS actually, and Simenupa is becoming taking a different tone. But as we speak, Mazi Chika Edoziem have decided to call for this, and I think it has barely hours to go to make this happen before going to the news proper. Would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, as we speak, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Nnamdi Kanu, have decided to declare 30th of November being a K Market Day. Prayer day, Biafrans of all walks of life shall pray as follows. These are the prayer points they raised, and they've started calling out people to do the needful. One, for peace and unity of all Biafrans in Biafra land. Two, the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu from the hands of our oppressors. Three, for the restoration of sovereign nation called Biafra. And he made mention that on this very day, we will make one solemn sacrifice. I am not insinuating sit at home, but all Biafrans should dedicate that day by shutting down all business activities. Banks should not open. We must stand in the open and make sure that one day light shines upon us. If it rains, let the rain fall upon us. As we pray this prayer, all pastors, all evangelists, prophets, rabbis, and so on shall lead in this day prayer. The ordinary people must also gather and call for the spirit that guards the land and Chukwu Okike our kings and Ezes will also come out to pray in the manner that our ancestors prayed in the olden days. They pray with a native kola that has 4 parts. Those who the Akajiofo in Biafra land must also come out and gather with ordinana people. Also bring the Ofo, and after the prayer, break the kola and throw the kola to our ancestors as the Akajiofo shall raise the Ofo and hit it on the ground for our ancestors to come and fight for us. Okay, made by Mazi Chika Edoziem, HDOS. You know, I may come in a different light. He looks like, let's start with what is Ordinana. Please, the Igbos in our community, please. What is Ordinana? I will spell it Odinana. I do not know what it means. I'm just hearing this for the first time. I don't know if it's a tradition. Then Ofo, Akajiofo. Is Akajiofo, I think Akajiofo, is it some sort of ancestral stuff? I thought Akajiofo is hand that is holding Ofo. Okay, I think Ofo is a god of some sort. I don't know. Those in our community, please help us elaborate more on this. But I think it has to do with a lot. It has to do a lot with tradition. Now, a lot of contradictions are coming here. Oh, sorry, we're going to go digress a little. But he called on pastors, he called on evangelists, he called on prophets, called on rabbis that they should lead the prayer that day. He didn't stop them. That's even told the people to hold Akajofo. Those gods come to, I don't know how they're okay. They're saying everybody with every region or everybody with any religion should hold their god, you know, to come and honestly, I feel that okay. I guess it's trying to tell everybody who listens that in the new nation called Biafra, everything will be allowed. Traditional worship will be allowed. Christians will be allowed, and all that. If not, Akajofo is more of ancestral traditional worship, while that's Akajofo Dinana. It's more traditional worship, while the pastors, the evangelists, and prophet rabbis are more of the religious one. But I is saying that But one thing is unique about this call. The call is one. Say whether you're praying as a pastor or you're praying for as a cardio for ordinana, you should do it with this kind of prayer. That there be peace, that there be restoration, Master Nnamdi Kanu should be released, and all. But people are just wondering. Uh, but if you watch critically, what he's saying is there will be a sit at home, but it's not sit at home in the term sit at home. But he's saying that this sit at home is more like shutting down a lot of things just to pray. And that sacrifice is sacrifice of prayer. Prayer for peace, prayer for Mazen Africano, prayer for a lot of things. Honestly, that prayer is long overdue. A lot of things are going on, and whether it is Akajofor or Akad or Dinana or whatever means of prayer or rabbi or what, that prayers we need. Honestly, Nigeria, the whole country needs prayer. We all have different perception and religion, but he's saying in all, everybody should pray for the good of all. Of course, a lot of people have reacted to this, judging the fact that DOS have always said sit at home not allowed. Now today, it was observed, sit at home was observed in some quarters in southeastern zone. And now tomorrow there'll be another sit at home, but this one is going to be voluntary based on what HDOS is saying. It's going to be very voluntary, saying look, just use it to pray. But if you're saying they should shut down, can't they pray in their shops or pray in their closet? But I guess what he's trying to say that you cannot be praying in your closet and pray in your shop and do effective prayer except you shut down and do the needful. Now some people are now calling them out. A lot of reactions here. I want to take one or two very quickly and then we'll wrap this up. This one here is saying good, but things have to be followed with due process and prior information announced on time, not an odd hour like today. About tomorrow, sit at home, consider people's emotions and reactions, because when things go like this, everything turns childish and unprofessional. Always give every information on time so that people can be prepared and obey the actions that ought to be obeyed. All right, but makes a lot of sense telling people to sit at home or willingly tell them to make that sacrifice, just like this young man said, probably should have been done earlier, so that those who have made plans, those who have brought goods, because a whole lot of them have decided to give out every Monday and a Tuesday again. A lot of them have made a lot of plans on Tuesday, and all of a sudden it's been wiped off. Well, I guess this one will not be followed suit with any form of enforcement. It's more like a plea, more like sacrifice from those from Southeasterners, especially those living where the tensions are really high. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's put in our comment section, please. What's your take on this? And please explain to us what is ordinana and how